for them to do that, I believe.
Mr. Soze.
Hey.
Holy shit. They got you locked up.
Mm-hmm. I was joyriding.
Brother, I saw the report. There's no way you're held up just for joyriding.
Well, that's where it started. I got arrested for joyriding because I was inside a police vehicle. For some reason, the cop that was driving decided to jump out of it, and I drove it straight to the police department, so he put me in handcuffs for joyriding.
And how did that go from joyriding to treason?
I'm unsure. I'm not sure how they've defined treason. I have no idea myself. They haven't explained it to me, so I'm as lost as you are.
You sound good. You sound good. When I talked to you the first time in front of Mission PD, you sound like you were a bit confused, but now you sound more like you're clear. Did you do a lot of thinking inside the penitentiary?
Not really. I guess I'm adapting.
Slowly. Okay, your eyes are waking up.
So, what you guys doing here? You here to pick up Carmine?
Yeah, I'm trying to inquire what's going on with local DSC, see who's the prisoners. I see you on the list, but I don't see their names. You know how they got here?
One arrived by fucking express post. I believe he was ejected from a fucking helicopter and turned into a pancake. That would be Bobby, and I'm not sure about the other one.
I see. And what do you plan on doing in here?
I'm in jail, so my plans involve sunbaking, exercise, looking at the view from the roof, enjoying my life.
You're not gonna start World War III, are you?
I don't know what you mean.
You're not gonna take over the city, are you?
The city? I have no jurisdiction in the city.
On taking out the city and taking down the whole entire PD.
No, of course not. I don't plan to go anywhere near the city. The Los Santos Constitution is very, very strange.
You don't think it expands to the whole entire state?
Well, I don't think it does. But if you say so, I mean, we can take your word for it, at least in this conversation.
I mean, I believe that Bones is my sheriff because he was elected by the people.
Right.
People chose him.
That's fine. Of Los Santos.
Who also share multiple residents. You know, it's not only people from Los Santos can vote. You know, people live in Blank County that can vote as well at Los Santos. Just the voting happens at City Hall.
So you're telling me, in a presidential election, if somebody votes from California, they can go over to New York and tell them what to do?
No, I think what we need is clear jurisdiction districts, maybe, to separate the two so they don't function as one. I think
it's pretty clear, yeah. It says already in your constitution that the legal bindings of the council are intertwined with Los Santos, and Los Santos is the city, not the state. And no council or smaller entity would apply to a broader state or other counties. The state law is where that would reside. And just because you're elected by the state doesn't mean you are the state.
What makes you a state then? What written legislation saying this is the state? Federal? And how do you make it federally approved?
I don't know. I guess you talk to the fucking federal government. And then you talk to the state government the same way the mayor gets approved.
So in your opinion, you're saying there's different hierarchy,
right?
No,
not my opinion. I read the legislation that's written.
No, I understand that, but my interpretation of what you think is the Constitution is the way it should be is there's a local level on the state and then a federal level. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, that's exactly how it is. It says that if he's appointed by the state, then there is a state level. Yeah. No. And if you're appointed by a state to have control over Los Santos, that doesn't give you power anywhere else. Why would it give you power somewhere else? I mean, it says it in your own constitution. You guys wrote the fucking thing.
Yeah. Y'all do realize y'all talk to a big ass fucking bear, right?
Go ahead. Listen, you've got your own mind. Why don't you head down to the courthouse? Actually, you can read in your MDT and just have a look at the very first part of the legislation that's passed. And it also says something about if the mayor was ever convicted of a felony in San Andreas, that he could be impeached or they could be impeached. And I believe he's an ex-terrorist that was convicted by police like me, and he's even admitted it.
I understand that, but I don't believe what happened 70 years ago apply here. I feel like it's past the statute of limitation. At least that's how.
There's no statute
things-
of limitations unless it's a law that is being broken. He's not breaking a law. He's just being impeachable. It doesn't say that. It's the Constitution itself that says anytime, at any
But
point.
it doesn't reflect to okay, at any
Where does it say anything like that? That it has to be
At
within
any time,
60
at any
days
point.
or inside them being a mayor. It doesn't. I
Interesting.
mean, listen, all I've done is read the Constitution and get put in jail for it. What can I say? This really is America.
To be found after going through due process of being convicted in a court of law, to include being convicted by a court of San Andreas or by pleading ultimate guilt to a peace officer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and also, I'm not sure if the state troopers are still a thing, but they had said that the state troopers don't exist, but I was trying to find some paperwork in which would say they were ever abolished by the state. I couldn't find it, though, so technically I would still be a state police officer, I believe, and he confessed to me, which would also say that he's, impeachable. I'm sure he's told you guys he's a terrorist,
So-
too, right?
So he has. That's how he introduced himself to
Oh.
me, actually, when I became a captain.
Oh.
Let me ask you something, okay?
And I assume he didn't say the oath.
Well, he
Mhm.
took the oath. He took the oath. As far as
What
I know.
about the other people that are in the council that joined the police? Did they take the oath?
I was told to deputize. Like I said, some of the things that don't make a lot of sense to me, but I'm only a deputy. It's above my pay grade. However, I want to ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
How come you never brought this up to me the first time I talked to you? What changed from between now and,
Yesterday, I went to the courthouse and I read the Constitution.
Knowledge is power. You ever read the Constitution, Slacks?
I have.
Yeah, the Constitution really important.
Okay, listen, y'all don't act like you're smart ass, okay? Because Soze was the first person after 6 months to put this shit out.
I mean, it is the first part of it, though. Like, I literally started from the bottom. The first thing I read. The first thing. I just believe this is just a part of the societal norm that no one really gives a fuck what the government does, and they just do what they think will benefit them.
Well, I mean, that's just
It's not
human,
true.
nature, right? Over time, we just let the government get stronger and bigger and bigger and wants more power
But
and wants more
Vic
power.
disagreed with the government, and look what happened to him.
Soze, I got a grain of knowledge to bestow upon you. This man standing before you is a chameleon. He may be a deputy today, but he was a captain yesterday. He was the one that established
Shut
the foundation of the
fuck
system
up.
we work
Shut
under
the
now.
fuck-
He's
shut-
our
what
forefather.
system?
He's
What
the one who
system?
brought
This
forth
is what
this
you
chaotic
created,
period.
Slack.
Goddamn failure, okay? You
Let the
let
truth
Shane
set
get
you
out of prison.
free.
You had one fucking job, is to keep him inside the penitentiary. And what'd you do?
You see, this
Yeah.
sounds like they're rattled,
allowed
easily
the
rattled,
children of
threatened
ours
by
to
the truth.
Gary
You
unshackled
opened the
him.
gates and said, you know
I
what, hey,
mean,
push him out the door.
technically, if he let them out of the penitentiary, it was probably doing them a favor because they might have been illegally detained.
I also want to point out that there was
Absolutely not.
like
Oh, no,
They
no,
committed
no.
the
No,
utmost
very much so.
violence, okay, in the city
There-
hall.
there was
Well,
like
if-
12 cops there, and they didn't catch them either.
If you were to transport them out of Los Santos, maybe you're still not in the jurisdiction in which you had control, so technically you'd be kidnapping at that point.
I mean, listen. I blame Bobby Charles and Carmine, okay? Dogtown being lawless. You guys were a factory for villains. Every single day, someone's coming out losing a screw or two, wanting to shoot a cop or kill
Called
somebody.
rehabilitation,
That is
Slacks.
not. There's a reason why you take prisoners of war, Carmine, because you don't want every single skirmish end up to be fight to the death. That is not normal to the mind. People go crazy.
Soze, you might actually be onto something. I think our society's on estrogen. This
No.
guy sounds like a pussy.
Pussy! I'm telling you, there's a reason why they don't kill the fucking prisoners. okay?
Prisoners
They
of
can't-
war? Not
Yes.
in my America.
We take no quarters, Slacks.
And that is a reason why the two of you got locked up and now you're not running the fucking penitentiary because you don't believe in reforming people. You believe in killing people.
Slacks, they're animals. They're not gonna learn.
I think there's a
I beg
much
to
larger
differ.
debate to ever have. I mean, Did they ever really own this place? If it was all illegal anyway?
I mean, I guess you're right. So what you're saying? What the anything the city council does outside of Los Santos does
I'm
not
not
apply
saying.
as far as.
I'm asking because nobody seems to be
see.
able to answer. But
So
they can
you- you
answer
tr-
by putting me in jail and saying they have the PC to do so, but they can't explain how.
I mean, we got ourselves in a very predicament here, right? If that's the case, because what you're saying it doesn't apply outside of Los Santos, so it's going to become the Wild West.
Your department isn't real, Slacks. You are Delulu, and it's not
Shut
the
up.
Salulu, baby.
None of
You're
it's
make believe.
Real Slacks.
Sheriff department empowered by the council that works in the city.
I took the oath. I still going to be a
I'm
public
starting
servant.
to pick up what you're putting down.
Mr. Slack,
Let us out.
you ain't that perfect. Remember, you hired me to give you a blowjob.
What?
Oh
Yeah,
God!
slip and slide, motherfucker.
That's not true. That's not true.
Yeah,
That's not true.
I told you I could take my 2 front teeth out. You said yes, and I was like, I made your toast girl.
I was trying to arrest you.
Oh,
Yeah, you put me in cuffs. You liked it.
Well, handcuffs are a good sexual tool, I've been told.
Just depends what you like.
Hey,
Well, okay.
so
I mean,
out of
you started the
curiosity,
conversation.
The trooper's talking. Be
did you end up-
quiet.
Did you end up reading the Constitution there in the MDT?
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. I'll be honest, I have never paid attention to that because to me, I've just seen it as a whole. I've never looked at it the way you've looked at it, right?
public servant not understanding the own
What he
constitution that
enforces.
he enforces.
What
I mean,
has
there's
our
a
society
reason
come
that you
to?
only need 90 IQ to be a cop, guys. Come on, give him a break.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
You
but-
think this guy would have ever made it as a trooper, Soze?
Hey, Henchman.
I highly
okay,
doubt
listen.
Mhm.
None of you ever fucking thought about this as well, so don't sit there and pretend that
It's
you know it
not
all, okay?
True.
We're just waiting for Soze to
Bobby
show up
Charles
and
are
clear the
coming.
I've
air.
got
You
a
guys were on your
feeling-
knees and you were
We
begging
wait
the
for
mayor.
Soze
You were
to
kissing
Listen,
the
listen,
ring and the
guys,
fucking ground.
guys, relax, okay? I just want everybody to know that Bones might be the guy that killed Bass. He did put me in jail for nothing. Just be careful, guys.
Oh my
I-
God.
My
He
sheriff
was
would never do
there.
something like that, sir. Okay, he believes in doing the right thing.
Oh,
He's got
yeah,
honor and
like-
integrity.
Oh, yeah. I'd put somebody in jail for returning my police vehicle as well. Very, very honorable and
I believe you had a class 2 and you opened fire on officers.
I pulled that out after he threatened me. Yes,
That
that
was
is correct.
self.
Do you have a weapons
He was
license,
standing
Soze?
his ground.
I
was
did
for
have a
Bone
weapon
to shoot
license,
you,
yes.
Soze.
It was
He-
also a
he-
class
He had a
2
license for that
firearm
weapon.
issued by the
with it.
state government from when I was a police officer. It was a police-issued firearm.
And he had a license for it.
Mm-hmm. I did have a
Soze
license.
did nothing wrong. Free
And
the
I
man now.
He
debated-
stood his ground.
I debated that they had legal cause out there out of Los Santos, and he didn't want a bar of it. He just tackled me and pulled his gun on me. So I defended
He was
myself.
trying to save you. So he was trying to
Incompetence
save you,
and
okay?
lacking integrity.
It seemed like you needed help at the time.
A man that stands for nothing stands for, I don't, something like that.
Ain't Mr. Bones the
Slash,
guy that
you're
beat
with
the
the
fat guy?
establishment.
He's not nice.
Bobby, you were the establishment. What do you mean? You were kissing the mayor's freaking
is
ring
not-
every so. You, both of you. I have seen you with my own 2 eyes.
That is not.
Get on your knees, beg the guy for everything you wanted. Okay.
Soze, we were
This is all
pressured
because
into
we were
doing the
indoctrinated
So
by
if
them.
I was you, I would not.
They
It was a
poisoned us.
tyrannical
They
government,
will sell
Soze.
you out. Okay. They will sell
We
you.
had
so
to
they
do
don't
it,
skins.
Soze.
They have
It's
no
not
spine.
tyrannical
Soze. We're
government.
here for you.
We had to do it.
Don't worry.
survive.
Every time everybody else talks, I just zone out. I'm not listening.
Oh,
Great, that's good.
That's 'cause he's a
Soze,
bear,
you need to
motherfucker.
listen, because I do believe you need help.
And what sort of help do I need, Slacks?
The help for the mind, clear you up, get you out of here, just to learn from what happened.
I have learned from what happened. I've learned that there is a tyrannical government that doesn't want to talk, and they'd prefer to put you in handcuffs and put you in jail to keep you quiet.
This is not Banana Republic. This is America.
I'd beg to differ. Do you want to tell me how you would articulate treason on a person like me?
Trying to cease from the state, trying to claim ownership of land that belongs to the state of San Andreas.
And how exactly would I claim ownership of the state if I was implying that the people inside Los Santos didn't own the state land? If anything, I was fighting for the state.
Right, but that's the argument you're going to make in court. That's your defense. But
Well,
they
no,
believe
that's
your actions was to
your
cease from the state.
argument.
No, I mean, our argument would be this guy is trying to cease from the state. He's trying to say that, this is his jurisdiction and he rules it, and nobody has a power law over him. Therefore, he is the, end all be all guy.
Well, no, that's what your constitution actually says, because it's implied that you only have power in Los Santos, and then here you are, implying you've got power elsewhere. So if anything, you're the one imposing your laws through the state in which is not founded by your own constitution.
I understand your argument. Your patience required, because I see the argument trying to make it.
It's not an argument. It's what you guys wrote in the constitution.
Right. So can I ask you something? What happens if the city council meets and says, you know what? Let's make this on a state level, and let's change the Los Santos Constitution to the state of San Andreas Constitution. What happens next? Does that
They
satisfy?
don't have the power to take from the state. What do you mean? You're literally performing treason.
Punching outside their weight
Okay,
class.
You understand?
So,
okay,
You're big enough for those votes.
I'm trying to pick your brain.
It goes local government, okay, state government, and then it goes to the federals. These guys are hired by the state to be under the state. Just because you're hired by somebody
Correct, they're
doesn't mean
agents
you're
of the state.
equal with them. Exactly. So they don't have power to enforce state laws and state changes. They are there to do the Los Santos changes, which is what their constitution says.
He's sizzling, Soze. He's sizzling.
I mean,
I see.
listen.
Okay, I see.
It's
I
what
see.
you
I
guys
see what
have
you're saying.
written, and that's all I've been asking, and for some reason that's illegal.
Do the right thing,
Interesting.
Slacks. Put Max
Let him
in
go.
cuffs. Do
Um,
the right thing.
this is a very interesting argument. I got to think about it.
I'm not sure if the Constitution is
I
legal.
gotta think about it.
You look
It's federal
into it.
here.
The ramification behind everything he's
Because of
talking
how the
about will forever
territory
change the course and history of
sort
the
of-
state. So this is something huge. It's not taken lightly.
Yeah.
He's
I
clown
think you're
movie.
scared of him, Slacks.
I mean, this is going to set course for the future. No, I mean, this
No,
is decide
You're
exactly
scared
how.
of him, Slacks. You're
I-
scared to
shut-
do anything.
Bobby,
And you
you
wanna be
cannot
on the
get me
wrong
into an
side
ego
of
battle,
history?
okay? You cannot gas me up to go out there and do something impulsive.
Because you're scared, Slacks. You're scared of what he's gonna do to you.
Comments from
where-
a goddamn rat don't mean shit to me.
Where do you think you'll
Oh
be,
my
Slacks,
God.
when the dust settles?
Insanity. Holding my ground.
So, which laws would be
Soze's
considered
ground.
state laws around here then? I'm confused.
I mean,
Also,
I don't know, because to me, state is both Blaine County and Los Santos combined in one. That's how I see the state.
well, it's the entire state, yes, of course, but I'm saying that doesn't mean they've got state laws, though, right? You know, everything that's written in the laws for Los Santos would be for Los Santos. That's what I'm saying. Like, which ones of these would be the state laws? Would we have the laws of America outside of Los Santos only? Is that how it would be? I didn't even understand if we're a part of America anymore or what we are. Somebody said we're a territory now or by ourselves, whatever the fuck that means.
Wipe the dust off, Slacks. It's probably been a while since you looked at those legislations.
Shut the fuck, Bobby. What?
But, do you guys make it a requirement
You
to
guys
read
are
that?
trying to
'Cause
get
I
on
feel
my
like you
skins.
guys, you should read that, Slacks. You ever read
The
the
both of
Bill
you-
of Human Privilege?
The both of you pipe down, okay? The point's got across, and what Soze is trying
This
to
is
bring up
common
is a
sense.
very.
We all knew about this. Me
Shut-
and Carmine knew about
You
it.
knew shit, okay? You have no jurisdiction. Understand
We
that?
knew about all
Well,
of this.
I don't think
We
any
just
of us
didn't
do.
speak about it.
Yeah,
Well,
don't you mean we both have no
actually-
jurisdiction?
I might have jurisdiction if I'm still a state police officer, but I don't know.
Yeah, because what happened to your mind, Soze? What happened to you?
I don't
Why'd you
understand
go
what
to
you
the
mean.
wilderness? Was it Fallout 76?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I had to go over there and kick alien ass, and then I saw fat ass Cornwood running over the hills. I was like, wait, what? And he led me to some little portal, and I escaped, okay? Listen, I might have got a little fucked in the head killing aliens and eating alien goo, but, I mean, I can still read. I don't understand what the fucking confusion or drama is about in something like this. The Constitution and the laws themselves are written by humans, and humans make mistakes. That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I never thought about it. I'll be honest. I'm just gonna be completely honest. I never thought about it.
Your
Okay.
department is a joke, Slacks.
Shut up, Bubby.
I think it might be
No
hard.
jurisdiction anywhere.
Well,
Your department was
they'd
never
still have
existed.
jurisdiction in Los Santos, no matter what.
Oh, God damn it.
Just be careful pulling people over outside of Los Santos. That might be illegal detainment.
Hey, Slacks, you know what happens if you, participate in the imprisonment of a state operative and in a land governed by the state? You know what that is, right?
I believe that's
capital
treason.
crime.
Is that treason?
Yeah, Slacks.
outside.
Who knows? Maybe this time next week
Come in.
we'll be on that side and you'll be on this side, buddy.
The upside down turns to the spin around. That would be great.
How the turntables turn on the turning tables turning.
Yep, goddamn tables turning.
Or you can do the right thing and let us all out right now. Save your life. Save your career.
Okay.
Hey, out of curiosity, when
Hold
you
on,
guys ride
can
up
I
on the
ask you- can I ask
docket,
you
do you
something?
guys say the city of Los Santos first, or do you say the state of San Andreas first?
This is Andres.
That's the bear.
Oh, interesting. So you guys
we-
are trying to imply you're the state.
Right.
No, that is
um,
treason.
So when when I sent the SOPs, okay, and document everything,
I'll
I
be
mean,
right out.
it's written that LSPD does have jurisdiction of the state.
Well, an SOP is irrelevant, so.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying that's the ultimate goal is to be the state. Law enforcement, all of that is to be the state. But I do have a question for you.
Mhm.
In the Article 2 in the Los Santos Constitution, state supremacy, state authority. While the council, city council, and the municipal government of Los Santos serves as representation government of the people, the state
Mhm.
and the federal government may, in the event of a corrupt actions, corrupt actions by members of the judiciary, the head of bar of the association, the treasurer, remove those individuals from the duties elected or appointed seats without recourse.
Okay. I mean, what are you saying here, boss?
I'm saying that I just read something that I thought it was. Never mind.
Well, I mean, even that's saying there's a state and federal government that's above them, correct? I mean, you're only emphasizing my point at this point.
I don't think this man knows who his boss is.
I don't even know what the hell going on.
I think there's a lot of question marks. That's all.
Oh, there is.
And those could-
CO was fabricated on a lie.
I'd just be careful on who you ask those questions because you might go to jail for treason or some shit like that.
Hey, Ratchet, you should let Chatterbox know he's probably going to get a bunch of new recruits because it looks like there's a bunch of clowns running our government.
Hey,
Oh, wow.
when the governments collapsed, what was the message they put out? What was the basis of all that?
Yeah, let me pull it for you if you like. All right.
Mr. Bear, was your daddy a Sabretooth and the Beast Titan motherfucker? Was your mama or some shit?
I have no idea what you're talking about, son.
A hairy big motherfucker.
Slacks. Listen, they'll
Hey,
cut you some slacks
I'm
if you
making my
hand over
bitch,
your
that means
slacks
I
and
run
let
the
it
prison.
sound slacks.
Hold on. Let me read this. It said 5 years ago have elapsed since the devastation of the San Queen Isle War plunged Los Santos into chaos. The former government, crippled by overspending and inability to repay loans, crippled, leaving a citizen in disarray. Forced to evacuate due to lack of support from other nations, the once vibrant city became a ghost town, a failed state. Now, a beacon of hope emerges as financial aid pours into Los Santos. Signaling the dawn of a new era, the city embarks on a cautious and phased reopening strategy. The government agency reduced to a skeleton crew working initially to lay the groundwork for recovery. Among the ruins, a resilient spirit takes hold as officials strive to rebuild not just the physical infrastructure, but the trust and the confidence of the citizens of Los Santos.
That's a whole
The
lot of
government
Los
officials-
Santos.
The government officials become architect of the change, overseeing the development of new buildings, business that will breathe life back into the city. As city skylines transform, so does the social fabric. The returning citizens, once displaced, now find themselves on the frontier of a revitalized Los Santos, eager to reclaim their homes and livelihoods.
Oh, that's strange. The redhead lady said the governments were disbanded. I don't see anything in that that's saying the government was disbanded, just that it was being rebuilt
Reduced.
from the city up. And I mean, if that's the case, then I guess the state police would never disband it because it's only talking about the city there. Interesting. I guess I was right.
All right, throw in the towel. Let's get this over
Let
with.
this
Let the
man
man
go,
out.
Slacks.
Let the man out, Slacks. It's
I
not too late.
believe that when I was detained as a police officer, I was still a state police officer. I was never fired, and that was my police-issued state police firearm, the Class 2, in which I defended myself against overrating people who thought they had the authority of a state when really they had the authority of a city. That's unbelievable. That's treason, I believe, in your own words.
Small fish in a big tank, fucking with big fish.
Karma and Bobby, shut the hell up. The both of you
Bobby
don't-
wasn't even talking.
I'm too
Doesn't
horny
matter.
for this shit.
I mean,
Fuck
it's fair. Even hearing Bobby breathe is sort of annoying.
What was you gonna say, Slacks? Finish it.
I'm going to say that I'm going to let Bobby Charles and Carmen
That's
out of
not
here.
how I breathe. That's
Okay.
not how I.
Oh, you're not gonna let? Listen, if you
No,
ever want to be on the, you better.
Soze
You're not
is
gonna let
on
this
a
guy out.
hold, okay? No. He's on a hold.
His name's Leonardo Slacks. Okay, he
What?
works as a deputy as BCSO. So when you do come for your get back, that's who he is.
I think he
what's-
lives at
the other guy. Hey,
Soul,
what's
too.
your name?
You're such
Hey,
a
what's your
weasel.
name?
Oh,
What's your
shit.
name? Identify